very interesting. We have some big characters. These are our main card fighters. These will be fighting on BBC Three. Unbeaten lightweight Frankie Stringer, product of the renowned Rotunda ABC in Liverpool, faces his toughest career test in Levi Giles. And in one of the most unexpected matchups, we have Elliot Well, who will take on no other than Blair the Flair Cobbs for the WBA Continental Gold Welterweight Championship. Welcome, guys. Frankie, we'll start with you. Good to see you. What do you know about your opponent? And do you believe this is your toughest test today?
He's been in there with good opposition. He's a championship level fighter, so the fight that
Levi, you've been at a very good level. You fought Reece Bellotti, Michael Gomez Jr. Where do you think Frankie ranks compared to those kind of guys?
Yeah, Frankie's a good kid. He's in a very, very good boxing gym. He's surrounded by a lot of good people. He trains very hard, and everything that is been asked of him, he's done so. But that also being said, I don't feel like he's been at this level yet, and it's obviously, like you said, a step up for him. And it's just for me to go in there and use all the experience I've got now. I'm at the right weight. I had to kill myself making weight. I feel fantastic. Everything's gone well, and everything's on Saturday night.
How important do you believe your experience will be on the night?
Yeah, I think it's very important. How I've built up, I think I've done everything right. The names I've been in with and stuff like that, it's all just to build up to this point. But obviously, it's different. Frankie's a different opponent. Coming up in weight, they're much bigger, aren't they? So he's a young, fresh lad. And it's going to be a cracking fight. It could be a show stealer.
Frankie, you're in there with the more experienced fighter who's been at a higher level than you have thus far. How do you negate that? How do you make sure that experience is not a factor?
that'll bring the best out of me. I'm like you said, I'm in the gym with world-class people. I'm sparring unbelievable people in the gym. So I don't want these journeymen who are just coming to talk up. So that'll bring the best out of me, and you'll see that on Saturday.
Looking forward to it. Now let's go to a fight that I think a lot of people are looking forward to. Elliot Well, unbeaten in his 15 pro fights against Blair the Flair Cobbs. How many? 12. It's 15 here. Oh my gosh. 12. It will probably be 15, hopefully, all being well. You've got a big character in front of you. What do you make of Blair?
Obviously, we're two completely different personalities, do you know what I mean? So it's a good experience for me to come up against someone like this. He's a fringe world level fighter, so it's a tough test, but one I'm ready for, and a big opportunity for myself.
Blair, welcome to the UK, welcome to Leeds. How are you finding it first of all?
Fine! Blair Flair has come to the UK, and I'm just very, very excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for the show. I can't wait to get go. You know, I have a very, very tough opponent ahead of me. Elmer. I'm sorry. What's your name? It doesn't matter what your name is. The People's Champion is here. The People's Champion has arrived to show up and show out and give the UK fans everything that they deserve. So, that's it. You guys, we have Boxer that's going to be taking off to the clouds, to the stars. And I cannot wait to get my hands on this man. I cannot wait to get my hands on the championship. I cannot wait to get my hands on Ryan Garcia. I cannot wait to move forward. It's been a long time since Adrian Broner's tooth fell out of his mouth. But look, things are going to be moving more and more thanks to Boxer, thanks to Ben Shalom, thanks to everyone that's coming here today. I thank all of you.
So you like Leeds?
Absolutely, I love Leeds, even though it's been raining for quite a while now, you know, but we're going to give it some time.
How much do you know about Elliot Well?
Oh, I'm sorry, what's his name?
I was wrestling as well.
Well, you'll find out Saturday, man. He's going to know
I'm sorry, what you think?
Well, they'll be
It doesn't matter what you think! It doesn't matter what you think! It doesn't matter what you think!
Elliot, when you're faced with a character like this, how does that change your preparation? Does it change it? Does it change how you approach a fight? Because it is quite...
Nah, of course not, man. He's just a big personality and a showman, you know what I mean? Luckily for him, he's here because it sells the fight. You know what I mean? I don't like this sort of shit, you know, in front of the cameras and all that. So I like training and fighting, so when you got someone like Blair, it brings eyes to it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
I'll ask you the same question. What do you know about Blair? We know he's been there with good opposition. He's got some very good wins. And
He knows he's getting his ass whooped.
what do you make of him as a boxer?
Yeah, he's good, man. He's a good fight, yeah.
What kind of fight do you expect this to be?
I feel like it's going to be a show stealing, you know what I mean? We both come to fight, we both like the knockouts, you know what I mean? So it should be an all-action fight.
When Elliot Well was proposed as a fight, what was the first thing that went through your mind? Was it an instant yes?
Yes. Yes.
And I know I asked before, but what do you know about Elliot Well? Do you know anything about his fighting style? Do you know what to expect? Do you care about what he brings?
Okay, guys. Regardless of all the hysterics and the drama and the action and me putting on this performance, I need to get you guys to understand I don't take somebody like Elliot Wells for granted. I don't take somebody like Elliot Wells for like a scrub or a bum. I think that he's a terrific fighter. I think that he deserves a great fight. I think that right now we're in a time where like the underdog has a chance. I am the greatest and the ultimate underdog of the boxing world. And I look to show up and show out, and let's see who moves forward. See, because the thing is, I've gone through multiple challenges, multiple tests in life, and this is just another one. My first big fight to even get a title was against an Armenian Olympian, and then I continued on fighting fights that I probably shouldn't be fighting, that most people thought I was going to lose, the promotion thought I was going to lose, and I continue to fight on and press forward. I'm doing this for you, the fans. So that's why I hold this belt proudly as the people's champion. No one thought that I would beat Adrian Broner. The promotion didn't see me beating Adrian Broner. That's why they signed me. And lo and behold, Blood and Flair is here. Blood and Flair is here because you, the fans, deserve a true champion. You, the fans, deserve a champion that looks like this, that talks like this, and walks like this. I thank you very much for even being here, and I praise God for every moment I exist.
Woo!
Let me hear a woo, baby! Come on! Woo! That's right.
Ben, he's a massive character. And it is a fantastic fight. Obviously, Elliot is 12-0, and it is a real fight. Talk to us about this. I think we all knew that this one might steal the show as far as the press conference.
Yeah, it's a mad fight. It's a mad fight for Elliot to be fighting Blair Cobbs. He probably didn't see coming, and for Blair coming over here, it's an incredible fight for us, but an incredible opportunity for both of them. Blair's been at the top of the game. Blair's beaten Adrian Broner. Blair's been in there with the big names. Blair has one loss on his record. Since then he's kicked on from it and really been at world level. And Elliot is the guy that they all avoid. He's the guy in the division that struggles to get fights. And finally he has a big one. So it's a great fight for both of them. It really is. I think Frankie against Levi, for me, potential fight of the night. I think Frankie, again, deserves a huge amount of credit. Taking it so early on in his career. It's a massive step up. I remember seeing Levi just lose out to Bellotti, and I thought he was very close to that fight. Obviously picked, I think it was a split decision against Michael Gomez Jr. and now feels better at the weight as well. So huge fight for both of them. Huge fight for both of them. Two great fights, two 50-50 fights, two fights where you can't pick a winner, and all of these fighters up here on the stage didn't need to take this fight, and that's what I'm most pleased about.
Two very good fights and very worthy of the slots on BBC Three. If we just swap you guys out now for the main event, thank you for joining us and good luck.
Y'all can't swap up Blair.
on to our main event. One of the most anticipated showdowns of the year, fresh from his European title winner Oprah this summer. Callum Simpson defends his European, British and Commonwealth titles against Troy Williamson, who is enjoying a resurgence up at Super Middleweight and flying high after a stoppage win over Mark Dickinson. What a fight we have live on BBC Three and BBC iPlayer. Let's hear from the fighters. Troy, I'll come to you first. You look a different animal up at Super Middleweight. Does it feel like that to you?
Yeah, of course. I am a different animal. I can eat a lot more and feel myself for better sessions. I'm at my natural weight, which I keep saying, and we're going to see that Saturday.
What are the advantages for you being able to be up at Super Middle? Obviously, a lot of people will think, you know, if you can make a certain weight, then you should. But what advantages have you found stepping up from middle to Super Middle?
I can train properly. I can feel myself for proper sessions. Sleep better, recovering better. Everything really. Everything really.
Callum, you are naturally the bigger man, I'd say. You've been at Super Middle. Sometimes nobody understands quite how you managed to even make it. Do you think size will be a big factor in this fight?
I'm just proud that after 10 years he's finally found his way, and it's great to hear that he's training better, he's sleeping better, recovering better, because I want the best Troy Williamson on Saturday night.
That's exactly what you're going to get.
What kind of fight do you expect? You know, at least from what we've seen from both of you over the years, you like to be in total control of the fight, on the front foot, being the aggressor. What kind of fight do you think it will be on Saturday?
I'm expecting a tough fight, an exciting fight. You know, like I said, everyone knows what Troy can do, both at the lighter weights and the super middleweight now as well. So, you know, he's fit, he's tough experience. So yeah, I'm expecting the best version of Troy and a tough fight for him.
Troy, you were the underdog against Mark Dickinson, and you stopped him up at Super Middle. Do you expect another career best performance on Saturday?
Yeah, I think you're going to see the best performance of Troy Williamson on Saturday. Against Mark Dickinson, I wasn't really a fully fledged super middleweight. I grew into the weight now, fueling myself, like I said, properly, and you're going to see a dominant performance on Saturday.
How much have you watched Callum's last fight against Ivan Zuko? Do you take anything from previous fights? I know it's a slightly different outlook. I know he's a southpaw, but do you look and see any vulnerabilities?
Yeah, obviously I see vulnerabilities, see weakness there. I believe truly, I don't think he's got true self-belief. Yes, like, listen, don't get me wrong, I like Callum, he's a good guy, respectful, sells a lot of tickets, but unfortunately that's not going to be good enough on Saturday night.
You said self-belief. I look at you and I see someone who's always believed in themselves. What did you learn about yourself in that fight with Ivan Zuko?
I think if you're talking self-belief, would someone with no self-belief push a boxer to try headline a hometown stadium in front of 7,000 people, 15,000 people, to headline Sky Sports 3 times, to headline Leeds Arena? Someone with self-belief, someone without self-belief wouldn't be pushing for that, wouldn't be asking for that. So yeah, if I didn't have no self-belief, I'd be daft sitting up here wanting to be the main event and defending my titles.
Is there anything in particular that makes you say you don't think he has the self-belief?
Well, it stood out for me. I don't know if it stood out for anybody out there, but I think when he boxed Zach Chelly a couple of years ago, you see Kel come walking into the change room, he's asking Kel 20 minutes before the ring war, "You've got any advice for me, Kel?" I think straight away that stood out for me, that he's got no true self-belief, asking somebody for advice. And one of the biggest fights of his career, so yeah, that stood out for me there.
An interesting way to look at it. What do you make of that?
Kel Brook's one that I've looked up to for many years, world champion, he's headline Sheffield Arena so many times, so I'd be silly not to ask former world champion what advice. Obviously he's headline stadiums twice in his career, many more times, so I think I'd be daft not to ask him for advice. Not technically strategy what to do. I can't actually remember asking for advice, but you know, I've asked Josh Warren for advice, I've asked Kel Brook for advice, I've asked loads of boxers for advice, loads of different people for advice. I think that's something someone would do. Is why would not reach out to people for a bit of advice? And again, no one better than Kel Brook to ask for advice.
Troy, you've described Callum as the perfect opponent for you. Why is that?
Because this is going to elevate me to the next level.
Do you think stylistically this works out in your favour?
I think stylistically it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to show a bit of both boxing and obviously it's good. Look at how we both fight. It's going to end up in a dogfight somewhere in another. So I'm going to show a bit of both, bit of boxing and in the trenches. So I'm ready to go. I'm trained really hard. I've got great sparring and preparation for Callum. So I'm looking forward to it.
Callum, do you concur, at least from what we've seen over the years? I think a lot of people know the qualities that Troy brings. Do you think this is the type of fight where you have to show maybe a bit of both, a bit of boxing, a bit of brawling?
I was wearing a hat that says war on it, so I think I might have to them for
For
that.
war, baby. For war.
A quick word on your fan base, Callum. The support you have is some of the best support that we see in any UK fighter. How special are they to you, and what do they mean to you? And also, how many will be making that travel, not too much of a travel, but a travel up from Barnsley?
I think you used the right word yourself there when you said special. It is special, you know. I've got an amazing support. It's everything that, you know, a boxer coming up would, you know, from, you know, you see the likes of Ricky Hatton, you know, rest in peace, and you see Josh Worton as well. We're in Leeds. And yeah, I'm building that fan base. I've got an absolutely amazing support, you know, friends, family in Barnsley, and it's expanding to Yorkshire now as well. And even the whole country, having people, I did a few ticket collection days of people coming up from Birmingham, coming down from Newcastle, up down from York to come get over from Manchester just to come and see me personally to collect tickets. So yeah, I've got an amazing fan base and support, so it's truly special.
Troy, I think it's probably fair to say you can expect a hostile crowd in there on Saturday. Does that have any effect on you? Does it matter to you?
No, not at all. I've always been the UA fighter, so I've got plenty of support with myself, so can't take any big problem. I'm like I thrive off this, I thrive off the atmosphere.
As far as the pressure, do you feel there'll be more pressure on you, or perhaps more pressure on Callum, seeing as he is the home fighter?
There's no pressure on me. Obviously, I know what work I've done in preparation, so I'm really confident. All I need to do is replicate what I've been doing in training into the ring, and there's no doubt I'll be victorious.
We've got 3 belts on the line on Saturday, obviously the British, Commonwealth, European, but there is more at stake potentially. Terence Crawford retiring, the belts are all becoming available, and Callum, you are ranked number 5 with the IBF, number 7 with the WBA, 10 with WBO, and WBC have you at 11, so there is a chance that after this fight all being successful, you get a shot perhaps at a world title. Is that something you're looking at?
Yeah, of course, you know, after I beat Troy, I'll be ranked even higher than what you just said.
Troy, do you see this as a chance to crash the party and take that ranking?
Of course, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You're all going to see on Saturday night.
Ben, it's obviously a fantastic fight. 2 fighters who seem like it's going to be a genuine head-on collision. The added thing with Terence Crawford retiring and the belt scattering, does that add even more to this battle?
Yeah, I think so. Look, when I was sat up here, I was sat with a few lads, 5-0, 6-0, getting onto small horse shows. It again just takes me back to when I met Callum. He was that kid trying to get that opportunity. He was that kid on small horse shows. He's the guy that's fought tooth and nail to get here. Never been handed anything, had to negotiate every single step with myself, had to find a way to get in headlining, had to find a way to get his first title, had to build his own fan base, knocking on doors, and here we are, 4th fight this year, headline 2 stadiums already, 7,000, 15,000, we want to do 30,000 next year. But he's got to come through a very, very big test on Saturday night. Troy Williamson is in the form of his life, and I do believe him when he says he's better at this weight. We saw a career best performance really against Mark Dickinson last time out, so he's ready, but Callum's chosen this fight. Callum wants the big fights, Callum wants the names, he wants the British fights that are going to get fans excited, and to go to Leeds Arena, we needed a special main event. I think we've got one. It's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere, but for me, another career-defining night for Callum Simpson.
Right, finally, let's get into predictions. I'll come to the challenger first. Troy, how does this fight go and how does this fight end?
I win.
Method?
Just I win.
Callum, how does this fight go?
It's funny he says that because every interview we've done he said he's going to knock me out there. So it's
You can't be knocked out. Look, you got touched in your last fight and you went down.
you've been knocked out.
You haven't been knocked out, you got touched and you went down.
Yeah, but you just
If I touch you, you get knocked out.
well, see, you're going to knock me out and don't say you're going to win. Just say you're going to.
You'll do nothing.
You're going to knock me out. You're going to knock me out and say you're going to knock
Where
me
do
out.
you come from? Who said that?
You're going to
You
knock me out and say
concentrate
you're going
away
to knock me out.
on him, mate. Don't worry about me. You concentrate
Oh,
on
you
him.
hid behind the camera guy.
You concentrate on him. And still!
This is going to be a fantastic fight. I think it will build up as the days get closer and closer to fight night. Just a quick word on what this fight means to both fighters.
Look, he split fans, he split the country. A lot of people feel we made a mistake, but it's going to be a war. These guys both like to come forward. They both like to have a fight. So the fans are in for a treat. The last tickets now at boxer.com. I think there's going to be over 7,000 in there on Saturday night. I cannot wait. An unbelievable card. Thank you to BBC. Thank you to Riyadh Season for all their support. This is a huge, huge event. Free on the BBC and a great night for British boxing.
Thank you, everyone. Good luck to you both. We're going to break now for face-offs and then we'll